Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the Big Bang Network, and today we are back finally again with another episode of the Super Rangers podcast. I am your host, Jason Grace. Dude, you do not interrupt the intro. What are you doing? Dude, you just completely ruined the... All right, so Frank, a new member of the Big Bang Network, just interrupted my intro. I was going to introduce Super Unknown Person first, our special guest for today, but somebody, being an attention hog, just took... All right, so Super Unknown Person is here with us on the podcast, very famous. Have you gotten your Hollywood star yet?
Oh, no, I would think that if I went to Power Morphigon and Saban CV, he would either hire me or say, arrest that man.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Dude, I almost completely forgot. Okay, Estee is also here, but I almost forgot. We have another special guest.
Yeah, who cares about Estee, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Estee, you're normal, though. You're to be expected. Okay, anyway, Ryder's also here as well.
Hey, guys.
So Ryder pretty much... Okay, this was supposed to start an hour ago, but somebody could not share, and we had to wait an hour. Ryder, do you know how long we were waiting?
It's an even longer story. It was Super Unknown Person. We were the time zones. They were punching us in the face. We couldn't figure it out. So,
Yeah, I was filming.
we finally got it.
So
Yeah.
I come here. Okay, literally. This is we're just rambling off right now, but I gotta say something. Okay, so I got a couple stories to tell. Maybe we'll tell the last one at the end. But I'm thinking I'm gonna be late, right? Because I just went to a band thing and I'm like, we're running late, right? So we rush home. I get there at 8 o'clock. Estee joins the call, and then later Frank joins the call.
Sup?
And then we have like a 38-minute conversation.
30-minute conversation about what we're gonna
Okay, yeah, no big deal. Time zones suck. We're here now, and basically we're here. This is why this episode is so special. Of course, we have Super Unknown Person, but this is also the Dino Charge finale. Which, where's that Talon Ranger? I don't know, but
guys, Eddie.
yeah. So basically, we're gonna read off the synopsis, and Estee will. We hope he knows what he's talking about. Okay, so the Dark Energem creates a black hole that takes the Rangers back in time. They must go to a prehistoric age for their final showdown with Sledge and Fury. All right, whoever's watched the episode, I didn't have time. Go ahead, have fun.
Okay, to start off, this episode had basically no Sentai footage, more or less.
That's sometimes a good thing.
No, you're incorrect. The intro.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Okay.
Funny. Okay.
Seriously, bro.
Really, dude? You're gonna count the intro as Sentai footage? Okay, whatever. We need to keep going,
Yeah.
okay?
Okay, yeah, Dark Energem, blah, blah, blah. So they're like, okay, we gotta find a way to stop this. So they go into Terrazord to send a message to all the humans, be like, yo, we gotta stop this. We got like 20 minutes. So suddenly, out of nowhere, every human in the world has a light panel for some reason. Somehow they got it. They have like a light panel, right?
Or mirror.
I think it's like
A mirror, right? Yeah. They, I don't know how, but they shipped it to the whole universe in like 2 minutes, right? They had it all thought out for like a few months. So,
Damn you, Saban.
there's a simple explanation for all this.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That was in Joe's recent video, wasn't it? You just pull out the Ghost Morpher, and there's a simple explanation for that, and you just throw it away.
That's not the first time he's appeared.
Yeah, it's not the first time. That's the second time.
Oh, yeah, that's how that was.
Yeah, I saw that you collaborated with him. Okay, Estee or somebody, I don't know. Just keep reviewing. You're doing great.
I'll keep going with this.
Why
So,
did
yeah.
Heckle turn into a second?
Okay, we keep going with
Hold on. We're getting
We'll get you one at a time. Let's get some cool shots of like the side characters, like his girlfriend we never see. We the Colonel Truman, Shelby's dad.
Ivan number 2.
Ivan number 2. So yeah, they successfully destroyed a Dark Energy Gem by reflecting all this, dark and get the Dark Energy Gems destroyed. Everything's all happy now. So now the Dark Energy Gem creates a black hole, and the ship in the sky, Sledge's ship, they get into the black hole. Now they're gone. What do you freaking do, right? But now they're like, oh my god, Earth's gonna be sucked in too. Do nothing, destroyed. They literally see the Earth get destroyed, and they have no emotion. They're like, oh no, the Earth's destroyed.
It happens.
I think they had motion, but we can't see it.
Yeah, because they're inside the source.
Like, I don't know. They just saw the Earth get destroyed. I thought they'd be like miserable.
You know, guys, I think there's a simple explanation for that.
There's a simple explanation for that. Gosei means let's get it.
But
No, because Gosei's dead along with the Earth.
That's true.
Oh, yeah,
Unless this is an alternate universe, but we'll get to that.
They,
Yay!
they killed Tommy. I think that's the good part. They killed Tommy.
Oh, come on, man. Okay, Tommy joke out of the way. Let's go.
So,
See how much Tommy fans are gonna be yelling at Este. They're gonna be like, what?
Estay's used to it.
said hey by watching my latest video. Anyways, so
yeah.
Keeper's like, oh, you guys unlock the ultimate power of the Inner Gem for some reason because you destroyed the Dark Inner Gem. So I'm like, hey, throw it. Like, hey, like don't put tricks. So they throw it. They just throw them away like they're useless, right? They all come together, and now you guys can time travel. So
yeah,
because Power Rangers, right? So they go time travel back to the prehistoric age. They fight up Sledge and Fury. Sledge always falls for the trick. It's a bomb. Fury gets destroyed, and then Sledge grows big. Magnebeam also had a funny joke.
Yeah.
With it, it was like, I'm gonna use the Magnebeam, and I was like, yeah, I guessed it. So then, in the Plesiozord, I think all the other Rangers like Kendall and the rest, they go up to the ship in the sky, send Sledge to be back small. Rangers fought up Sledge. Everything's whoopty freaking do. Okay, the world is saved, and now the Inner Gems, they're safe. So they send them back to their respective times. Coda back to the prehistoric age, and I've been with the Knights of Xandar, and Keeper is not Keeper. Heckle is now a second Keeper. He's the Keeper of the Dark Energy Gem in Sentai 6. Also, they made a reference to another thing, Common 5. I don't know if you guys heard that, but
I never knew.
Common Rider 5?
No, Common 5.
What is that a reference to?
Kamen Rider.
Common, oh my god.
Oh, it is? I didn't catch that.
So
they all get sent back to their times, and now since the dinosaurs never went extinct, Amber Beach Museum is now the Amber Beach Zoo. So now the Rangers traded their Power Ranger lives in order to scoop Triceratops vomit, and that is Power Ranger Dino Supercharged in a nutshell.
Okay, Frank, you can now answer. We can now answer your question.
I have a serious question. How much deaths and casualties will there be from dinosaurs not being extinct? And there will be so much hunters trying to kill dinosaurs.
The thing is that we'll never see the recuperations of their actions.
Well,
and those last 2 months, we didn't see anything bad coming from this. All we saw is good. Oh my god, dinosaurs are alive. We didn't see any bad stuff coming from this.
Well, Joe, I kind of want to know what you think about this. Dino Charge kind of has to be in an alternate universe now because of the dinosaurs. Because heck, we're not going to see dinosaurs in Ninja Steel, right? So what do you think about Dino Charge being in an alternate universe?
Yeah, that's what me and Ryder were talking about. That I teased that I thought Dino Charge was a reboot, and I theorized on that, and it made sense because they throw a lot of continuities out.
Mm-hmm.
And unless Chiplin is smart to at least reference, like, oh hey, look, there's dinosaurs in Ninja Steel. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah. That'd be cool. I kind of hope they don't do that, though. I mean, well, if we want a Coda and Peter crossover, or a Preston crossover, they would have to have them in the same universe. I don't know. I think this ending could cause a lot of continuity errors, especially if they try and make them into the same universe. Especially since the Dino Gems don't exist now and all that weird stuff. Hey, guys, we're back. Don't know what happened, but... Ryder, you haven't really spoken much. What are your thoughts?
I enjoyed it.
I thought the final battle, I guess, with versus Sledge and Fury and all that, I was a little underwhelmed by that. I thought it was cool, but it was very rushed, and so at times it didn't exactly feel like what it should have been. Like I almost feel like this should have been like an hour-long thing, so they could have expanded upon that more. I thought the time travel thing was cool. I just kind of feel like it would have had more of an impact if they would have referenced it more throughout the whole series. Like they started talking about, like in Dino Charge, if they would have referenced the fact that all 10 Energems together would be able to, produce time travel, I think there would have been more of an impact there, because they just kind of sprung that on us. But I thought it was cool. I liked watching Zenowing and Heckle go off to take care of the Dark Energem at the end there. They're both those characters have a lot of parallels overall. Because they're both like the light halves, both victims pretty much of the same story. It was fine. I've enjoyed Dino Charge and Super Charge for the most part. Even though there was a lot of filler this season, I thought overall I had a good time with this episode.
Yeah, I told you, Ryder. I told you last year that Supercharge would not be as good as Dino Charge. The ending on Dino Charge was spectacular, and then we come to this, and it's just not. It's not spectacular.
This wasn't bad. I had a good time with this.
Like, I'm not saying that it's bad. I mean, I haven't even seen it yet, so.
No, I'm not. No, I'm just, well, I feel like the season might not have performed as well as Dino Charge.
Yeah.
Overall, I felt it was a solid finale. So, that's pretty much my thoughts on that.
Joe?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
Why are you liking my tweets during the podcast?
He just really likes your tweets, man.
Yeah, he really likes them.
Like a muscle memory force a habit. I just kind of, my notifications.
I think he just naturally likes your tweets, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
So is there anything...
Thanks, bro.
Is there... Oh, my God. Is there anything else you guys would like to add?
Go.
Well, yeah, I totally agree. I know Supercharged is kind of underwhelming compared to Dino Charge, but it's still Dino Charge, meaning it's still all the characters we love, all the storytelling, all the great villains. I mean, the filler it did get annoying. I did have one filler episode I love was Freaky Friday. And I really love the stakes they rose with the black hole and everything.
Yeah.
And I just love how Dino Charge really brought Power Ranger, mainly older fans, back to its roots, because Super Mega Force and Samurai and Mega Force really it kind of was a big step back after combining back in Disney. Disney they produced RPM. That was a phenomenal series. It didn't maybe receive well to kids because it was really dark.
Yeah.
I really think Dino Charge was a great step in the right direction now with the new executive producer returning.
Yeah.
Chip Lynn, and it really makes me excited for Ninja Steel. So I thought, even though Supercharged wasn't as good as Dino Charge, still was a great finale, and it's the start of maybe a brand new legacy for Power Rangers.
So we are going to have to move on from this discussion.
One more thing.
All right, one more thing, then we got to move on.
Joe, I actually liked RPM, and I was like,
Yeah.
so.
I mean, everybody has their different tastes. I think some kids just didn't really understand the concept of RPM because kids don't really. I mean, I enjoyed RPM too as a kid. I think he's talking about more of the demographic of like 4 to like 5-year-olds. Don't really understand like all the dark and gritty stuff. So.
I watched it when I was a dumb 11, not 4, because when I watched it, if I watched it at the time it was out, I wouldn't know a thing.
Yeah, so we gotta move on now to Doubutsu Sentai Zyuohger episode 37. So, there's the synopsis. Larry informs the Zyuohgers through a letter about the appearance of another Zyuo cube. The Zyuohgers reunite with Larry and discover a massive cube behind a stone wall. Team Mazal's new player, the Zyuohger brothers, force the team to play a deadly version of Double Dutch. However, Misao, who had dreamed about jumping rope with everyone these synopsises make no sense. Okay, so basically this is the first episode with Jewel Bird, another Orange Ranger. So that's really cool. What do you guys think about a new Orange? Here's what we're gonna do. Joe, what do you think about a new Orange Ranger? And then we'll just go.
Okay, well, I'll just say
go around.
I haven't, like last year, 2015, I binge watched Ninja to catch up. I have not with Zyuohger to really get a strong opinion. I've seen like the first 3 episodes. I've seen the Gokaiger team up. But as for Orange Ranger, I could definitely say I'm very excited for it because, I mean, our first Orange Ranger was Toku Roku, the 6th Ranger. And,
first modern Orange Ranger.
In Power Rangers because they skipped Toku trains are not a big thing in America. They're better in
SPD doesn't count. It was just a dream.
SPD is a cat. It's a cat and it's light orange. But anyway, my point is, it's really cool because I haven't seen him yet. No, this is the first I ever heard of another Orange Ranger. But, what I'm very excited because I'm pretty sure I don't think Zyuohger will be skipped.
It better not be.
Style. So I'm very excited to see the first ever Orange Ranger, which will hopefully be this character. So yeah, but yeah, I need to watch the series, or I need to binge watch it.
Same.
I always watch a full Sentai series to compare to Power Rangers.
Yeah. Writer. Sorry.
Air quotes around only. I've only seen Gokaiger through Ninja. That's 10 seasons, and that's like 5. That's like how many episodes? Like 500 or something.
Yeah. So, Ryder, I've been talking to you a lot about this, like texting you, expressing my love for Zyuohger, and you know, we've talked about the possibility of them doing a Ninja and Zyuohger hybrid for Ninja Steel. Do you think that's still a possibility? Like, do you think there's any way that Zyuohger and Ninja Steel could kind of combined somehow because of the Twitter photo that was released of the Red Ranger Brody holding the Red Zyuohger helmet? Or do you think that was just something to, like, I don't know, tease people?
All right, what? So before I get into that, I just want to say for the Orange Ranger thing, I think this is awesome that we're getting an Orange Ranger for Zyuohger. Also, before I want to put this out there, also, I don't usually watch Super Sentai. I've seen episodes here and there, but I overall don't watch it. So I've not seen any of Zyuohger. I've seen Red. So I've seen some looks at them, and I love the suit design. And I know for sure, for a fact, I'm almost positive that this show will eventually come to America. That being said, I think it definitely will be its own season and series. Now, just to kind of recap for people like Frank who are not aware of this, there was a picture taken the day of Power Morphicon when the Ninja Steel cast was revealed. Will Schufelt, the actor who will be playing Brody, the Red Ranger on Ninja Steel, he took a picture in the suits with yellow and blue and the red Zyuohger helmet. So, people like Jason speculated on the fact that this was kind of alluding to the second season of Ninja Steel adapting the Zyuohger suits. Now, while it is an anniversary season, and if it was to kind of follow the trend of Super Megaforce, I guess it could work. I never really saw that happening though, just because of ninjas and animals. That's like a
whole different story.
Don't get me wrong. So is Angels and Pirates. So
Angels and Pirates. Those are like complete opposites.
Right. But at the same time, like Megaforce and Super Megaforce, I feel like work kind of just because, you know, the whole pirate thing, it wasn't just pirates, it was like kind of like a whole legacy theme. Also, I don't know. I don't love it. I don't love what they did with Super Mega Force and Mega Force.
I don't think anybody does.
It happened. I just don't know. I don't know if they're gonna go that route. I feel like there's enough footage and enough storytelling with villains for, or from the Ninja and, you know, Ninja Steel for them to do just 2 seasons with Ninja Steel. And honestly, I kind of would rather them set up a whole, you know, lure again for whatever the adaptation of Zyuohger is. You know, whatever that may be. I feel like it almost, just by the epicness of what the Morpher looks like and the suits, I feel like it should deserve its own history and all that, you know. But we'll see what happens. I've got no idea, but that's just my thoughts.
Yeah. All right, Este, I know how much you love Zyuohger, and you watch it religiously, obviously, as you were talking to us before the podcast. So give us like an entire history of Zyuohger in like a minute.
Well, guys, you see, in the Minecraft world, there's animals, right? So these animals, this is a fan fiction, by the way. So in this fan fiction, these furries can become humans. So the furries have an animal form. I mean, the furries have a human form, right? So then this human, and he's like, "Yo, let's be common man rangers." So they got Minecraft cubes. You know, they're playing all the Roblox and all that stuff, and that's how it works. You know,
Minecraft,
love it.
Megazord.
All right, you know what? That's exactly what I was looking for. Okay, so
if you're on Twitter for just a minute in the Toku fandom on Twitter, you would see fanfics and very not safe for work pictures of Zyuohgers. I'm just saying.
You know what? Sadly enough, I believe him 100%.
It's not safe.
I don't see it.
Frank, you're too young. Frank, please. Frank.
Fanfics of like the blue and the white rangers. It's not good.
Oh God.
Moving on. Okay, so we're moving on to our final topic of the night. This is gonna be a long one, folks. We're gonna be basically talking about the movie. We got a lot of theories about the movie. The main theory we're gonna be talking about is the Yellow Ranger. So they announced on Twitter basically there's gonna be this actress, and they said she's playing what was her name? I forgot. But she said
Abigail.
yeah, they said so and so the Yellow Ranger or whatever. So it's just like, okay, that's odd. Why is there another Yellow Ranger? Well, speculation is that basically she could play as one of the Rangers from the past. Like Rita said it herself in the trailer, she's killed Rangers before. So maybe there was like another team to where there was a Red Ranger, a Blue Ranger, a Black Ranger, a Pink Ranger, this Abigail character as the Yellow Ranger. Then maybe Rita was the Green Ranger and Zordon was the White Ranger, and they had this team. But then Rita kind of betrayed the team or whatever and killed the main 5 Rangers that left Rita and Zordon, and then Zordon and Rita duked it out. Zordon put Rita in a space dumpster, but then Zordon was so injured he had to put him in a cryogenic space or whatever. And so, yeah, that's the theory. So, Joe, our special guest, what's your thoughts on this news / theory?
My thoughts on that. Well, at first, that's the first I thought of it, and Rita saying I killed Rangers before confused the heck out of me because you know, they said this is a reboot, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Why is Jason kissing Kimberly? And then everyone's in the comments, well, Tommy's going to Mr. Steal Your Girl. Like, yeah, no crap. But, yeah, that confused me. And I'm like, okay, there's probably, like, a team before that, like, Zordon trained. Or is it Legendary Squadron Mode, Lightning, Supersonic?
Jeez, man. That'd be so funny if they actually put that in the movie.
I don't know about that.
That would be so funny if they put Die Ranger.
That would be a nice reference, but
if they do that, I'm just gonna be like, I'm not gonna watch this guys.
Oh no, I'll keep watching it because I want to see how far they go with it. So people.
Oh yeah.
And then Gosei shows up
Gee.
as the Gold Ranger. Oh my gosh, that would be.
But anyway, for all seriousness, yeah, it confused me, and they probably will have like maybe like a team they trained before because it's not like Zordon just is doing this like it's his first time.
Yeah.
There's obviously some history. So and Zordon's also Bryan Cranston, so
Yeah.
all the Breaking Bad memes with Zordon.
Oh boy.
So, Este, you had another theory. You said something before. I forgot what you said, but do you recall what you said before about the movie? Like, what else did you want to talk about?
Oh, the Zords, right?
Oh yeah, the Zords. That's right. They released pictures of the Zords. Este, since you mentioned it while we were talking before, why don't you go ahead and cover that?
Okay, first of all, I want to say Lionsgate's doing a bad job promoting the film.
Yeah,
We've
that's
had no news since nearly almost 2 months since the trailer.
There's a
teaser
Black
trailer
Ranger.
dropped. Well, really? What?
what?
No, I'm making a sarcastic comment. Literally, you can't even see like.
That's true. He's barely in that trailer at all.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I didn't catch that joke till now. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but it was kind of out of context. But literally, like the trailer was nice, but it featured the singer Halsey.
I like. She's the album's great, by the way. Continue.
I never thought I would ever hear her in a Power Rangers thing because it seems so out of. Anyway, I'm going off topic. It's confusing me, but Lionsgate is known for making things better than it seems.
Yeah.
Like,
except for Divergent.
Lionsgate advertised Megaforce DVD, and they made it like it's this apocalyptic showdown with the insectoids, and obviously that wasn't the case. That out of Malcor, that whole thing was a joke, and it really shows that Lionsgate, that they're good at false advertising. So
that's worrisome.
I honestly have no idea what to expect because I don't know what I'm being shown. I'm excited, but I'm confused.
Okay. So
yeah, go ahead.
I have many things to say about this. With the girl, whoever she is, I have a feeling that she's maybe just like a, I don't know, but I don't know if she'll be that important because like, she's only gonna be in like a few parts of the movie, really.
Yeah.
Really get my hopes up about her.
Well, that's what we're trying to say. Like she's basically gonna be like a flashback character or something. Like I'm not saying she's gonna be like a main character of the movie.
Yeah, or maybe she's even like a stunt ranger or anything. But what was I gonna say?
That could be true too. Like an article just completely just like went overboard, and it's really just the stunt actress. You never know.
Yeah,
so.
and if they play a Suicide Squad on us, where one character has like 2 minutes of the whole film, and they do that with Luddy Lin as the Black Ranger, I'm just gonna rage.
I think Luddy Lin will get a little more screen time in that trailer.
I'm not joking. I'm swear. If they play a Jared Leto Joker on us, I'm like, Lionsgate.
I think you'll see more Luddy Lin in the future. But we just completely we were supposed to be talking about the Zords, and all right. Este, we need to go back to the Zords. Okay, so how about you talk about those Zords?
Well, the Guy Zords in this case, the Triceratops and the Mastodon. I don't know why, but they got multiple legs.
It happens.
Power Rangers, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The saber-tooth tiger has a freaking huge cannon on the top of it.
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers, exactly. The pterodactyl one, I can't really say what. It's a pterodactyl. How can you mess up a pterodactyl?
That's kind of true.
But my question is, right? Since I know you guys probably saw the interactive Megazord, right?
Yes, that looks so cool.
Stuff.
I have a lot to say about that, but go.
I'm just wondering how like all these big Zords are gonna kind of combine into the interactive.
Yeah.
Well, not the interactive Megazord, but like kind of the Megazord in general. Because I don't really know what goes where. Really, you can tell some.
Yeah.
It's all very confusing. But yeah, go ahead.
So why is the interactive Megazord $60? It's 60. I think. Don't you remember when they did that like rock and roll or whatever T-Rex? Well, like that T-Rex that had like the triangles on it for Downchurch, and like those triangles lit up. I think it's just gonna be like a different version of that, and I hope they don't. I didn't really like that because it's way too overpriced for a thing that lights up and walks and like. I feel like the interactive Megazord should be the same price as like the normal.
I've seen videos about it. Right, it lights up. It does pretty cool stuff. Like there's little rangers in the cockpit. It's pretty cool. It's like it has the morphing grid and it has pretty cool lights and sound. So I think it's probably worth the 60.
Yeah.
You know.
I would say 40.
No, 40 is like one of those regular old Megazords that Eddie series.
Well, I would say 45.
And those don't have lights and sound, so.
So I think we're gonna try and end this off with Ryder and Joe's thoughts because we do need to get this ended here soon. So Ryder or Joe?
It is my bedtime.
Yeah, it's Frank's bedtime.
So with the Yellow Ranger, I think it totally makes sense for them to kind of just build a legacy. Now, if you look at what pretty much every movie studio ever is trying to do right now, they're trying to build cinematic universes. Warner Brothers, Marvel, Universal. Universal's doing like a monster movie universe. So everybody's
doing Harry Potter.
Well, Harry Potter's like its own thing. So
true.
And I'm sorry to interrupt you, but they're doing like a Hanna-Barbera universe with like Scooby-Doo and all that stuff.
That's my dog in the background.
Yeah. So literally everybody's doing this thing. So it makes total sense that Lionsgate and Saban would maybe eventually want to try to build some sort of maybe Power Rangers cinematic world, like very similar to how each season of the series has gone together. But maybe more in movie form. I have no idea if that's the route they're trying to go. Maybe they're just trying to build a lure around the Mighty Morphin stories, all 3 seasons of Mighty Morphin. I've got no idea, but I feel like in Mighty Morphin is, obviously Mighty Morphin's awesome because of just nostalgia and all that. But I feel like they could have expanded more on. They expanded on where the powers came from and all the history, but to kind of see that in a new light with maybe even a different type of twist, like what you were saying about that theory with Rita Repulsa and Zordon, I feel like that could be really cool. As for the toys, I like the Megazord. This movie to be a complete rehash, if it makes sense of the original series. What I mean by that is I didn't need the Megazord to look identical to the way it did in the TV show.
Yeah,
so
same.
I'm totally fine with it looking different. I have no idea at all as to how these are going to form into this big robot that looks so slim and sleek. But I'm assuming they're going to make it work, kinda. I hope at least. But I think the whole thing with the morphing grid, I feel like that was just so awesome that they're gonna make that as kind of like the Force in Star Wars of sorts, for the Power Rangers. Like it's gonna be this big thing. But I absolutely can't wait for the movie. I agree that they need to market it more, and they're that teaser trailer was obviously amazing, but I don't think it obviously caught our people like us. That obviously caught our eyes, but I feel like they need to do something else to just shine this into everybody else's eyes. So,
all right, and we're going to end it off with Joe's thoughts on the movie. So, Joe, take it away.
All right. I mean, I honestly have no idea what to expect because I guess this is like a reboot. But yeah, like Ryder said, they just need to do a little bit better with advertising because great trailer. But I went into the movies to see what was it? I saw Marvel.
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. I saw Doctor Strange, and then the trailer.
We're gonna talk about that on Carbon Spot.
And they aired the Power Ranger trailer again. But I mean, movies, they have alternate trailers.
Yeah.
And they just have that one. But again, it could be the budget. I don't know. It could be. I honestly have no idea. So there's not much I could say other than they need to advertise more. They need to show it more. They need to maybe have a better explanation than. I'm kind of thrown off, but I just want to learn more. I want to know more before I can really get good opinions. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, guys, we are going to have to end this off here. This is probably super long anyway. So thank you so much for Super Unknown Person, a.k.a. Joe, for joining the podcast here today, along with Ryder Mitchell, Estee, and Frank. Yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for watching the Super Rangers podcast. I'm Jason Grayson, signing off from the Big Bang Network, and see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.